Good evening, ladies, and hopefully some gentlemen too. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you today, but I hope you're enjoying the event and you're finding the stories inspirational. I wanted to share my story with an international twist. I think it's important to share the stories of women internationally, hear their adventures, their challenges, and their successes too. So here's my story. I come from the Middle East, where traditionally women are not expected to be heard nor seen. My grandmother used to tell me that her mother was not allowed to look out the window. If she did, and if my great grandfather, bless his soul, would happen to see any movement in the curtains, then the entire household will get punished. I share this story because I think it's important to pause and celebrate the successes and the progress we've made throughout the history, be it small or big. So, when I was growing up in the Middle East in the 70s and 80s, girls were expected to go to school. You would send your girls to school because you want them to learn how to read and write and do simple math. You don't want them to become illiterate. But that was about it. You didn't expect them to seek higher education because what's the point? They'll just end up staying at home, getting married, and raising families. This is very personal to me. My own uncle would ask my father the very same question. Why do you bother sending your girls to universities when you know they'll just end up staying at home? Boys, on the other hand, were expected and encouraged to seek further education, be it going to universities or colleges or what have you. Obviously, this did not sit well with me. That's not because I oppose marriage or oppose staying at home and raising a family, if that's your wish. But what really boiled my blood was the fact that society dictated that for me and paved that path for my life without me having any saying in it. And that awoken a little rebel in me. I wanted to prove that for me, there was something more. And I wanted to prove to society that there are other doors and other paths for young ladies and girls to pursue should they wish to do so. So I ended up going to university. And not any university, but I went to university in the United Kingdom, away from my home country and away from the traditional and cultural norms and expectations. And I chose to major in information technology. Now, I have to confess here to you, I didn't choose that because I was in love with computers. I chose it because IT was a male dominated field and I wanted in. After my graduation, I really focused on my career because I wanted to change that stereotype about Arab Muslim women. So I really focused on my career. I worked in the private sector, earning my way up the career ladder every couple of years or so. I traveled for my work. I was, in fact, sent on international secondments in Germany, in the UK, and in North Africa, in Algeria, which was an emerging market for us. I traveled a lot for my work, and a lot of doors opened up for me because of the leadership and the culture of my company back then. I went to places I wouldn't have gone to if it wasn't for my career. I also did some charity work. I went to China, I went to Vietnam, and I pursued further education. I came to the US to do my master's under a Fulbright scholarship, which is very close and dear to my heart. Now, I'll share my story with you in 5 minutes or so, hoping to achieve two things really. First and foremost, and this is very, very dear to my heart, I want to break stereotypes about Arab Muslim women out there. So, my ask for you is next time you think about Muslim Arab women or you hear somebody talking about them, I'd like you to have me as an image and hear my story and break those stereotypes that are out there about us. And secondly, I hope you find my story inspirational. And I hope it would encourage you to challenge the status quo and seek your dreams, whatever they might be. So that's all the time I have for today. Um, I'm available on all social media if you want to catch up with me, have coffee, and hear my adventures, be it with my travel or with my career. Please reach out to me. I'd love to have coffee with you or just have a chit chat. I want to thank you for listening to me and wish you a very happy International Women's Month. Goodbye.